Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Breeze, Breezeway Productions' The Breeze, where we bring you the latest in film festivals and independent films and series that are currently in the film festival circuit around the world. And we are excited to bring the filmmaking team from the new episodic series, The Panthers, which is having its premiere at TIFF, the international premiere, right now. And we have showrunners and EP Tom Hearn and Halefanua Finau. How are you guys?
Really good, thanks, Alex. Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Right on, right on. Thanks for coming on the show. Tell our audiences a little bit about the Panthers.
Sure thing. Yeah, so the series is about the Polynesian Panthers, who were a group of young street gangsters and university students, come political revolutionaries in 1970s Aotearoa, New Zealand, and they took their inspiration from the Black Panthers in the US, and very much followed a similar framework, but in quite a different cultural context, I guess. So yeah, this is a six-part drama series that's around the lives of those young people at the heart of that movement.
Got you. Very cool. I love the first three episodes I was able to check out. I thought it was very exciting to watch and see what was going on during that time in history. So where did this subject matter come about, or where was your interest, or how did you find an interest in the subject matter when you knew you wanted to tell the story?
Yeah, so it was me actually who first boarded the project, and then Halai Fonua came on later. So it was actually one of the original leaders of the Polynesian Panthers who just called me out of the blue one day. He had seen a film that I produced called The Dark Horse, which actually played in TIFF back in 2014, and was a film that we were really proud of. And he'd seen the film, which was also based on a true story, and had decided that I was the man to help him tell his story. So, and I was immediately captivated by him and the things he was telling me about his life, the movement with the Panthers, but also just him as a man. Like, he's just such a Shakespearean kind of complex, contradictory character, and that's what we're always looking to build a screen story around.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching the characters as they progressed. Your main protagonist, the actor who's played by Demetrius Schuster Kolomatangi, you watch him develop as from a young man who comes from a royal family into a rebellious youth and you watch his growth and you show his leadership, and it has a lot to do with love and rebellion. So where did you find the characters to play this when you did your casting? Was this in Tonga, or did you do this in New Zealand, or where did you find all of these actors and these characters?
Noah, do you want to hit that one, my man?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to find him. He was a local boy. This is his first drama series lead that he's played. Prior to this, he worked on another film that I was working on called Jonah, and he was a day player. And he was on for like 2 days, and there was just something about him that kept that like stuck with me, just his energy. And as Tom and I were writing the series and we're going through all the layers of Will, our character, we were just like, man, what are we writing here? We can't find no 19-year-old kid that'll be able to pull this off. But pretty much from his first casting, his first audition, we saw that he had a spark to him. And then when we had him for our callback, which is one of the scenes in episode 3 that everyone hopefully will see at TIFF, he knocked it out the park, and we knew that he was our guy. And his energy and professionalism for such a young man just blew us away. And for him to carry the show the way he did, man, we're stoked that we were able to link up with him and have his energy on the show, because he's a special kid, and he's part of the Toronto Rising Stars program at the moment, which is awesome as well. So it's a great opportunity for him. But yeah, no, we're just lucky because it's such a complex character. The man that, as well as Tom was saying, that it was a big job for any actor. So to find Demetrius, who's also a university student, Tongan kid, born in New Zealand, very much the same as Will, it was a stroke of luck and a stroke of the good Lord helping us out.
Yeah, I think he did a fabulous job, and watching his character grow through the first 3 episodes, I thought was pretty awesome. And of course, every protagonist needs an antagonist. and you got Roy Billing to play that antagonist in this, and he's an eerie character with a resemblance of things that are ringing true in today's day and age: strong nationalism, racism within the country. Tell us a little about Roy's character and how you ended up working with him.
Yeah, so
You quickly jump in because when we were writing it, Tom did such a great job doing all of the impersonations of Muldoon. I had it in my mind that we're going to just prosthetic Tom up to be our Muldoon, but we're lucky enough to. He still does a good job. Look at that laugh, man. That's Muldoon ass. But
what a character.
Roy Billing came on, and Tom can talk about Roy's.
yeah, well, I actually just wanted to touch a little bit on the character of Muldoon, who I think you were just sort of referencing that in a way, Alex, of how relevant the character is today. I mean, a lot of academics have drawn parallels between he and Trump. And, you know, there are a lot of similarities there. Like Muldoon was the first television prime minister, like 1975, he was elected, and he was a bit of a master of using the media to speak to the average, like middle New Zealander, or almost like Trump, like no, you know, cut the crap, get straight to the truth for the average man, you know? But we wanted to make his character a bit of a gangster as well. So not a straight villain, like give him a bit of swag. And so as you'll see when you see the show, it's quite influenced and infused with hip hop culture. And in a way, you know, Muldoon is like a hip hop G. And so, yeah, when we found Roy to play the role and started talking to him, we were over the moon. He's a veteran actor from down here in this part of the world. He's been in many films in New Zealand and Australia and around the world. And yeah, couldn't think of anyone else who'd blow it out of the park as much as him. He actually comes from an opposition political party, like his family. He's really entrenched in like the sort of more center-left political family, and here he is playing one of the most iconic right-wing prime ministers. So it was pretty fun for him too.
Yeah, there certainly was some swagger in the episodes, like you were saying. You also had some rap, some spoken word woven in between a couple of episodes. Where did that creative decision come from? Because it felt like I was watching a series and it went to a little bit of a music video vibe, then back to the series.
You get that.
I think for us it was what Tom and I and a lot of Polynesians down this part of the world and New Zealanders in general that grew up here in Aotearoa, we're inspired a lot by the hip hop culture, their films, their music, their clothing. And as KRS-One who said that hip is to be cool and hop as a movement, which is exactly what the Polynesian Panthers were as well. And in the same way that the Black Panthers inspired the Polynesian Panthers, Tom and I used hip hop as a link for us, for hip hop inspiring us and our creative process. And then when we found the music as our way into the story and as a device, it kind of liberated us from the traditional period drama kind of storytelling that many people were kind of expecting of this historical piece. So it was a liberating device for us to use. And then when we teamed up with Choice Vaughan, Jonathan Crayford, Diggy Dupe, and Troy Kingi, who were our masterminds behind the music. Tom also was the person that was the puppet master of it all. He was amazing in articulating the vision. In my mind, it was all just like, I just see Tupac, J. Cole, and all these people, and Tom managed to navigate it and speak to the musicians in a way that managed to really bring their best to the work. And I think it shows, because it's works in a way of like a Greek chorus kind of thing, but our man is Diggy Dupe, SOS, so he's our New Wayan guy, and he's our New Wayan chorus of storytelling.
You quoted the OG KRS-One, that, like you said, there's some swagger there. The series has swagger. I very much enjoyed it. So I want everyone to check out The Panthers, which is screening this year at TIFF, the international premiere. We have Tom Hearn and Halafanua Fanau speaking with us today about the project. In closing, is there anything you'd like to say to the Toronto International Film Festival organization?
Yeah, I'd just like to say a massive thanks to TIFF. Like, I've been lucky enough to attend the festival in the past, and truly, I think it's, you know, the best festival in the world in terms of audiences and programming. It's just such a great event and such an honor for our show to be there. We're we're so proud and humbled by the invitation. So yeah, kia ora.
Oh, right on. Well, festival, it's going on right now up in Toronto. So be sure to check out the Panthers, which is screening in at TIFF. And I want to thank you, gentlemen, for coming in to talk with me today on The Breeze. So I wish you the most of success with the Panthers.
Thank you so much, Alex. Shot doko.